Now it's time to really maximize your Google My Business account. Now, this is a very, very meaty lesson. I built out a really great text curriculum to go along with this that has all the stuff you need. Really, the details are going to be in the text-based side of things. This is me trying to explain it orally so that it makes more sense and just you get the bigger picture, but always go into the written text. It's going to have all the steps and everything. So I'm just going to give you a high level here. The text was 7 pages on a Google Docs sheet, and so it's really good stuff. Go through there and go through your Google My Business profile side by side. That's really going to help you. But what we're going to be doing is making sure your phone number is listed. This is a really annoying thing that I encountered at the beginning. So this is a heads up. Google will not allow you to put your phone number anywhere except for in the contact information form when you're setting it up. So when you're setting up your Google My Business, in the back end, you can fill out, okay, name, what the business does, a description, etc., etc. Okay, there's a section for your phone number. When you put your phone number in there, it becomes a call now button on your Google My Business listing where it says call now. You are not allowed to put your phone number anywhere else in the listing. It's for verification purposes. They want to be able to verify and make sure your phone number, whatever. So I kept putting my phone number in the description of my Google My Business listing, and then it kept getting rejected, and I didn't know why the frick it was getting rejected, and I didn't even know it was getting rejected. I thought I had a description and all this stuff built out, and then I went back, I'm like, wait, like weeks later, my Google My Business isn't working. Why is there not a description? Why is this looking so crappy? And then I went to the back end and it said all the edits I made were rejected. Why? Okay, I finally found out. I was putting in, if you need to call, or if you're interested, call now. I was thinking, put my call to action all over, put my number all over. And yes, but no. But yes, but no. Does that make sense? So just so you know, make sure your phone number is listed and make sure it's listed in the right spot. Because if you put it in the description and nowhere else, not only will your description be rejected, but you will have no way for people to contact you. Okay, number 2, change your hours to open 24 hours. Here's why this matters so much. You might not be working 24 hours a day. That's fine. But are you open to take a call 24 hours a day? At minimum, are you open to them leaving you a voicemail 24 hours a day? Then put open 24 hours. Here's why. The second that all the other areas around close down, anyone searching for your service in your area will end up with your listing ranking higher. Why? Because as far as Google's concerned, you're the only one open in the area. If you've ever been out really late and you're searching for food and you search food and only a few random like Whataburger options open, it's because those are the only places that are open then. Does that make sense? So when you're small, you're looking for every little niche advantage that you can stack in your favor. And this is one of those technicalities that can cause you to rank above companies that are way bigger than you but aren't open. Another technicality that is going to do the exact same thing is, we're going to skip this one for just a second, an address. Adding your address. Why? Because now you're ranking locationally, you're ranking based on your hours of operation as well as everything else. So now, let's say someone's searching for your service in the evening, which kind of makes sense they would do anyways. Why? During the day they're at work, but they get off there at the evening, they're thinking, oh, I got to get this. All right, I'm going to search it. They search it up, and Google says, well, this person is close and this person's open. I'm going to rank them even though they're small. Now you're able to rank way above your competitors because of those simple little things. It's pretty cool, but a lot of people don't even think about that. Make sure you have open 24 hours. Make sure you have an address. Let's go back to number 3 really quick. Proper business description. Difference between a non-proper and a proper is proper business description will fit and perform multiple different functions. I have it all written out in the written side of things, but one of the things is tags. If you put in the description the services that you offer, some of the locations you offer them to, it all helps Google to be like, oh, he actually does service this area. Oh, he actually does do those. The more places you can put in that information, the more Google knows. This was why I was talking about specific reviews earlier. If you say you're a car detailer in the business description, if you say in the reviews, people are saying he's a great car detailer, Google knows you're a car detailer. If you say we offer pet hair removal, the reviews say he great pet hair removal. All these things, it just works together, okay? All right, moving on. Photos. have quality photos uploaded onto your Google My Business. So not only can people reviewing upload photos, but you can upload photos. And it says uploaded by the owner. Okay? These are important. Why? Because you can control this. I had a ton of photos on my Google My Business way before I had a ton of reviews. Why? Well, because I was taking a bunch of good photos and I would throw them on there. And then I got better over time so I could cycle out for better photos. This is all very important stuff. A photo is worth 1,000 words. Keep that as a mentality. Use every opportunity for a photo, which brings me to updates. Updates are another opportunity for photos, for tagging, for showing that you're active, as well as building credibility, okay? There's a section in Google My Business where you can add updates. This is a trick I was taught by one of my mentors. Use it for an online journal of your company. So instead of posting an update like, oh, a new service, now you can still post updates. Post it as like a journal. Here's what we've been up to. So I'll give you an example. Let's say I do a detail on a G-Wagon one week, okay? I might take some photos and then I might say, just wrapped a, fill in the blank with what service you did, on a G-Wagon in, fill in the location. Then throw a couple good photos. What does this do? Okay. Especially if the photos really were geotagged in this location. Geotagging is when you take a photo on your iPhone, in the metadata for the photo, your iPhone stores where the location was. A lot of cameras do this as well. So if you have a geotag in the metadata of your photos and that geotag matches the location that you mention in the update. Again, it's how many places can I tell Google I'm not full of crap, this is actually what I'm doing. It loves this, it loves it. So now, what that leads to is you have photo with geotag location, you have the location in the text, you have the service in the text, and you have a timestamp that says it was recent. That is a lot of data for Google to use off of just one post to be able to corroborate the entirety of the rest of your Google My Business account. Now, also all of that data will be used by humans as well when they read it, okay? This is really, really great, really, really helpful. I would say maybe 1 to 3 times a week, do something like that. It's worth it. Respond to reviews. I already said this again. I'm just emphasizing it because it's important. Make sure you're responding to your reviews and make sure you're responding quickly. Get more reviews. I've also said this, but you'll see, I really, really overemphasize the things that matter because I got to get it through y'all's brains. Make sure you get all the reviews you can. Make sure. Okay, that's it for this one. All the nitty-gritty details are in the written text as they always are. For now, let's move on to some more scheduling and cash flow principles.